everyone and welcome to my channel. I have been working all day finishing up getting the paint off the floor, and I actually think that I'm fully completed. I did about 4 hours today and I'm just so glad it's done. I'm hoping that I don't see any more spots and I'll have to get out the tubes again. But I think I've done a really good job and I'm loving the fact that it's finally done. My hair is wet because I went and had a swim once I'd finished doing all the work on the floor, and then I had a quick shower, and I just love going for a swim. I love having that option. It's been pouring with rain since we got home. It hasn't really stopped. We had thunderstorms the second day after we arrived home and it's just continued to rain, so autumn is definitely here. The temperature hasn't dropped again at all. It's just been quite mild weather, but the rain makes everything a little bit damper and a little bit more dreary, so we've just been managing it. I'm trying to get a little bit more organized with feeding these teenagers. So this afternoon I got myself some bread dough together. It's for some pizza dough actually. I will link the pizza recipe below. It is honestly the best pizza recipe. You can have it stored in a container in the fridge and the kids can cut off what they want, or you can make 2 giant pizzas in one go. And today I've made a different, I did make 1 small pizza for the kids to have now after school, afternoon tea. The pizza base, when I made it, I added oregano and garlic salt, or garlic and herb. So there's a lot of spices in the crust which make it really tasty. So I've rolled it all out and I've made myself some kind of pinwheel things to put in the freezer and for the kids to have over the next few days should they feel hungry or want a snack. And I feel really good about it, trying to make the dollar stretch and trying to make food for them that doesn't cost the earth, because as much as they love sushi, it's quite an expensive snack and I really want to cut back on spending. I actually think they need another few minutes. It says 10 to 12 minutes and I've done it for 10, so I'm going to do 2 more minutes. So one thing I have decided I will do is to start trying to do my groceries every week and really reduce the amount of money I'm spending on groceries. And it's not for any other reason other than we might be moving. We might have to sell this house. Getting another mortgage may be difficult. Banks are really tight on lending. And I just want to be able to say that I'm managing my money well. And I want to be realistic about savings, and I want to have a little bit more backup than we do. So I'm reducing the amount of money that we're spending on groceries if I can. I'm just going to take stock every week of what we've got and I'm going to add to it to make groceries. That's the 2 minutes up again, so we'll see if they're browned. Yum, they're really good. So that's what they look like when they're not cooked, and this is what they look like when they are. Almost doubled in size. I was going to put Parmesan cheese on top and I didn't, and I don't think I needed to. So I'm just going to do these for 5 minutes and then I'm going to put them in the freezer. I cooked a pizza on this baking paper before and I used it again. These I should be able to put in the freezer and then bake them again later for about 5-7 minutes when I want them, after I've defrosted them. So I use them for backup over the weekend. So I just recorded and I wasn't even recording. I thought I was recording but I wasn't recording, but I'm just letting you know. I made some macaroni cheese and I've made a tray of it for dinner, put it in the oven. I would have liked to put some mushrooms in it, but I don't have any, and I'm just making do with what I've got at the moment without having to go to the store. So that's going to cook and we're going to have with it, so I'm going to put a few of these in the air fryer each and have them with, and I'm hoping to find enough salad in the fridge for us to make a salad with it. Okay, so it's been a little while since I was on here. My batteries have been playing up, then I have to wait until they charge, and I can't show you what I've been doing. But I finished making macaroni cheese. It's all that's left. I didn't. You like the mac and cheese, Em?
I like that mac and cheese.
I haven't made macaroni cheese in, honestly, I cannot remember the last time I used pasta like that. We use it in lasagna usually, oh, and spaghetti bolognese, but even that we haven't been making very much. So pasta, it is a win for the teenagers. They do enjoy it. So I also attempted another recipe today that I'd really like to show you, and I used to make this quite a lot. so I'm excited to be getting back into it. It's a cracker made solely of seeds, and you can buy them in stores. They're quite expensive though, and sometimes those have like a rice flour or a coconut flour or something that's been used to hold the ingredients together. Some don't, some are legitimately just seeds. I've somewhat cut some dents into it so that when they're fully cooked I can just snap them into squares. It doesn't always work, but it doesn't really matter. These are what they look like when they're done, and I'm going to continue trying to make these. Basically, they're a half a cup of pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, sesame seeds, flax seeds and chia seeds, and you soak them in a cup of water, and then you just put them in the oven to dry out together. You do have to soak them for about 15 minutes before you do so, because the chia seeds and the flax seeds swell, and which causes them to congeal and stick together. But they're really yummy with cheese or Marmite or just with plain butter. They're quite delicious and a replacement for seed crackers. Hazel's a bit wet. She's been taken for a walk. She's had her walk, she's had her dinner, she's ready for bed now. More cuddles. More cuddles, please. So I finished a lot of my cooking and prepping for dinner. Took the dog for a walk. The river is swollen, flooded. There are huge trees being washed down, and I'm assuming that the river's going to get even bigger overnight. Yep, there's been a lot of rain and it doesn't look like it's ending anytime soon. I am so thrilled that I finished the floor. Like, it's just so satisfying looking at it and it's all clean. I love it. So there are a few things I was thinking about today as I was finishing the paint. One is, why are we still doing this when we've been living here for nearly 6 years? 5 years. We've nearly lived here 5 years, and we're still doing the finishings on the renovations, and I just wish we'd done it sooner. And just wondering if we'd been procrastinating or what's been the delay. And yes, we lead really busy lives and sometimes things don't happen, but I don't want to be that kind of person moving forward. I want to be a person that's doing all the hard things as they're needed and not procrastinating. I work really hard at not procrastinating, but obviously it's something that I need to continue working on. And the other thing I worked out was I have gone for a swim today for the first time in 5 or 6 days, and there has been a lot going on, given that is a good reason why. I've been all out of routine, and travelling doesn't help. Even though there were beaches and things I probably could have swam at, it just wasn't conducive to what we were doing at the time. Gotta check on the crackers. Look at that, it looks so cool. So I'm going to put it on this cooling rack, if I can do that without breaking it too much. There we go. Doesn't that look beautiful? Yeah, and I guess the seed crackers is a reminder also, like with the swimming and doing those every day, I also really need to be working on the things that I'm eating. I don't believe I'm as healthy as I could be, and I want to be healthy going into my later years. So I think I need to make those a huge priority. Making sure those are happening every day. Going for swims, getting exercise, eating well, having my food prepared. And it might mean a lot of tedious repetitiveness and time in the kitchen preparing food, but I think that that's what I'm going to have to do. I think it's time to save money, eat from scratch, and to look after my health. So both are hitting the get a healthy bank balance and a healthy body. They have cooled down. Square-ish. Nah, not really. That one worked a little. And that one worked a little. Yay. So these were, I think they took about 1 minute to put together in the bowl. They took 15 minutes to soak. They took about an hour to cook. Probably needed to be about 150 in the oven, and they're done. It's only equal to, I don't know how many crackers. I mean, those are big size crackers. There's probably about 20 crackers in there. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I can only hope you might try this recipe. I'm going to continue to make it. I think it's the only cracker recipe that I will enjoy making as long as it's got seeds. I'm trying to stay away from flour altogether. for myself. I really just want to be able to eat whole food. I think the answer to not having to worry about your food is to not have to worry about the label, and if it's just whole food, you are certainly going to be safe. So if I can get my kids in any way, shape or form happy eating this stuff, even 20% of the time, I think I'm winning. Thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe if you are interested in home recipes, home management, saving money, trying to raise your family well. I'm pretty sure we're all in that same boat. So I will see you again in the next video. Bye for now.